What up? What up? What up, man? What's going on? Hopefully everybody's having a good time, having a good day. Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear. Coming in from the Steel City in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here for some damn work. But Man Cave Mondays must go on. Hopefully y'all had a good one. Let me know what you carried in your pockets today. Let me know what type of day that you had. My day was fucking long AF. You hear me? Long as shit. But we still making the stuff happen, man. Just coming through, chilling out, having a good old time, and all of that good stuff. He says, look at me participating. Your industries. Hey, man, appreciate you kicking the goddamn door in, man. Hopefully you had a good time as well. Tater Don, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in as well. K-Ot, thanks for kicking the door in, man. Hopefully everybody's having a good one and all of that good stuff. Just a nice mix of folks. Hold on, let me get you off my goddamn face. Put you down here and all of that good stuff, man. Hopefully everybody's just chilling out, rocking out, and all of that, man. Let's just see who's in the mix already, man. So of course, man, just a real chill type of day, and we had to do the greetings to everybody that already kicked the door in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time and that good stuff. It says, hey, Leathernet Chair Force checking in. What up, man? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, and the confirmations as well. Of course, I'm kind of on the goddamn casting couch of the hotel type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just a very chill type of day. I'm super excited because, of course, I do a lot of traveling for work. I normally kind of just maneuver my traveling around when it comes to having to travel for work, keeping up with my family obligations, keeping up with YouTube obligations, keeping up with all that type of shit. But, you know, it's kind of nice to be able to still squeeze this in whenever I see fit as well. And of course, you know, even though it's a travel type of time, of course, we still have to bring a whole EDC kit with us. You know, I had to test out the whole concept of being able to take certain things through TSA checkpoint. Now, this is anecdotal. I went on TSA's website. I checked the little shit to see what you are and you are not allowed to carry. You know, I feel like for the most part, I was doing a good job following the goddamn rules, man. I came through. I actually ended up carrying my own little pouch through the mix, man. Had the whole pouch by Viper Aid. I'm not going to take away from my own content, but I dropped a video about this today. Took this through. I've taken this through several airports now. Now, this is anecdotal, right? Every TSA agent likes to follow their own goddamn rules sometimes, but I've taken this through the Denver airport, DFW airport several times, and Pittsburgh's airport as well, because I've flown in and out of here before. So, you know, I kind of got a little bit of experience what you are and are not allowed to take with some of these kits loadout. The biggest thing I was mostly concerned about, and you can go watch the video for this whole thing, but the thing I was mostly concerned about was my Leatherman style PS, because the Leatherman style doesn't have a knife on it. But I mean, for people that are the uninitiated, some people just assume that it's dangerous, right? It has a diamond nail file on here, a file on here with a slotted screwdriver at the very end. And then the other side has a pair of scissors, which is why I really wanted to carry this thing through. The only other thing I could think to take through the airport with me is the Victorinox Jotter, I think it's called, or no, Victorinox Jet Setter, the Victorinox Jet Setter. And so this one here has the scissors, which I really want to be able to use in the airport, stop not look like a crazy man. It also has, I forgot to mention during the video, it actually has a pair of tweezers in here as well. So if you want to pull those out, use those. So the Style PS has a lot of functionality that hopefully Leatherman doesn't get away from creating these type of just really well suited loadouts that you can carry with you at all times. And of course it has the butterfly style pliers in here, as well as technically with the carabiner, there's a bottle opener in there as well. If you put your bottle inside of there, you can open it and all of that good stuff. The rest of the stuff is all in the video, man. You can go check out the video for you know, for the things that taken through. But one thing I don't like about TSA, you know, you guys may know that I work for the federal, you know, I work for the federal government. And the biggest thing is like a lot of times I don't like indecisive. I don't like when people are not consistent within the same agency that you work for. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Right. But so that type of stuff does kind of, you know, it kind of does get on the nerves a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just does get on nerves a little bit. But check out the rest of the video, man. I'm not going to take away from my own goddamn content. If you want to know exactly what is in this kit in its entirety, also you can check out the link to the Viper A pouch itself, because they sell this pouch on Amazon, but they do not sell this pouch on Amazon in this icy ass orange, okay? So if you want it in this orange color, yeah, you got to check the link that I have in the description of that video, and it will also get you 10% off of the Viper Aid. Actually get you 10% off Viper Aid's entire website with my link. So another thing I'll do a video about, man, is we definitely got to know. No, I'm not from Pittsburgh, Jay. I'm from Cleveland, so I'm really close to Pittsburgh. I'm from Cleveland. I'm out here in Pittsburgh for work. I'm out here for work, and I'll be here for probably another week. But so I also brought the Leatherman kit, man. Now this is the kit that I brought with me just because I don't think there's not going to be an EDC emergency. Okay. It's just not. Okay. It's not. But I like this kit because it has everything that you need for all your EDC crap. And, you know, so your microfiber cloth, of course, you got your of course, if you can clean your multi-tools or a boomstick with this goddamn brush in here, your picks, just in case you need to do a micro adjustment to your tools. You have the longer size of Q-tips. I'm going to do a full video on this week, so I'm not even going to take away from that content either. But the biggest thing is I did add the Gerber Dual Force in here, which is kind of an oxymoron because this is a Leatherman case, all right? We also have in here the Victorinox nail clippers with the scissors. I wish I could have took this through TSA, but this has a knife in it, and I know TSA will freaking snatch this shit up. But, you know, this is kind of like the easiest, one of my favorite Victorinox tools because it does include the actual nail clippers in there, which is kind of clutch. Also in here is a whistle, because if some shit goes down, I'm on the 3rd floor of my hotel, okay? I imagine I can escape, but just in case I can't, I got the Marine Corps, the Marine X whistle in here. You can find this on my website. You know, if I have to, you know, if I find myself looking to be stuck in this room or something like that, I'm going to try to survive, you know, participate in my own goddamn survival. You know what I'm saying? Participate in my own survival. So we also have not only knife that I was able to bring, like true knife. I brought the Tectico I think this is the F2 Bravo with the forged carbon fiber scales. It's trash ass camera that I'm using right now, but it still looks pretty freaking awesome. I had to check this bag in order to bring this with me, but I can take this to the job site with me every day and not just be completely naked. We'll go over this entire loadout, man, in a video, but I think that there's some things you should bring with you on some of these trips. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know when you need some goddamn glue. Okay, bring some glue with you, a lighter. You can make repairs to your goddamn shoes. I have literally been traveling for work off and on for almost a decade. I've been with this current position that I'm in since 2015. I also, on the side, I teach for Texas A&M School of Law and other colleges, and sometimes those colleges fly me out to teach. So I'm always freaking traveling. And then of course the tech kit as well, which I'm partially using some of that kit right now. But the tech kit has my mouse and my chargers. It also has my some of my little hard drives and thumb drives and stuff in the Marine X EDC box, which you can also catch that on the website, where I keep extra security patches and stuff so I can actually log into some of my devices and extra flashlights. I really do believe in redundancies, especially on trips. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've traveled and I've wished, and I need 2 hands to put that away, and I'm using 1 hand to hold this mic. I've wished that I've had the ability to have this or have that, and I was totally missing it. It was just completely out of the realm of possibility, and it just made me feel just weird. So, you know, there's so many different EDC loadout kits. Hey guys, let me just tell you something else. The Vertex Gamut, Vertex, y'all know I love you. You know I love you. But the Vertex Gamut, guys, this might be the last trip. I've taken this on 3 trips so far. This is a 25-liter bag. The Vertex Gamut used to be a 30-liter bag. They reduced the size to 20 liters, to 25 liters. I'm not mad about the size. I'm not mad about the size. This bag has become too tactical for me. I know it's weird because I used to be in the Marines, but I don't like taking this bag to the job site every day because I dress. I gotta wear button ups and suits and shit like that. It's a little too tactical for me, and it's a little bulky. It's a little bulky for a 25-liter bag. I think I'm gonna have to do a 6 month later review on that because, I have been kind of relegated to taking my nutsack giggity, my nutsack tote bag with me to the job site, which is just a tote. I could throw my laptop in there, throw my lunch in there, and because of the coloration of it, it feels a little bit more controlled, if that makes sense. A little bit more control. So we'll probably do that because let me tell you something. I was so on the fence. I was so on the fence in regards to bringing the Brown Buffalo Conceal Pack 21 liter, which is a smaller bag than the current bag that I'm carrying. But I was like just 2 shakes away from actually bringing that bag instead. But I want to say, hey, I want to be able to do a full review, a legit review on this shit, just in case, to be able to fully form an opinion about it and not completely not have anything that I'm not able to do or anything like that. So I decided to bring this for the last trip and all of that good stuff. Last thing I kind of brought with me, the Hoto electric screwdriver. There's probably no instance I'm going to use this, but it just feels weird to me not to have this with me, because this can be used for not only for my EDC tools, but can also be used for, of course I have camera equipment, I do YouTube shit, right? So to have the screwdriver with me for that, doing small repairs around my hotel room, I'm that fucking guy, okay? I'm that guy. I'm the guy with the UV light, checking the sheets to see if my shit is goddamn full of all sorts of leftover woman sperm. Giggity, women don't have sperm. I'm just saying, just to get some leftover women remnants and that type of shit. And I'm also the guy that do small repairs in my hotel room instead of always bitching and complaining and trying to get a new room. Now, if it's a disgusting stains on the sheets, oh yeah, give me a new fucking room. But if it's a small thing at the sink or small thing at the, that I might be able to do a light repair or some shit like that, I normally end up bringing a light tool set with me just to do those repairs and kind of just make stuff happen that way as well. The wallet of choice for the entire trip, I did switch back to the Esker Parliament wallet with the Topo design that I put on there myself, mainly because the Esker wallet is, as much as I really enjoy the Axwell wallet, it's just something about the Esker wallet being able to quickly just access my cards and stuff like that makes life that much easier than the Anchor wallet, and I'm running through airports and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys carried as well, man. Put a Q code in front of your comment or just throw it in the area there so I can kind of see, what did you guys carry today? What does everybody got going on? Hopefully everybody had a good one and all of that good stuff. It is a Man Cave Monday, making it happen from wherever we decide to go. Piranha, thanks for stopping by. My debit card needs to be replaced. As soon as I get it, I'll join it. Hey, man, listen, I just appreciate you kicking the door in. You don't have to send any money, join any memberships, none of that stuff. It is not a requirement, okay? It's a way to support the channel. Of course, I'm mostly crowdfunded around this channel, so I appreciate that type of stuff. And then, of course, I do dope-ass giveaways, mainly for my channel members. I'm about to get ready to give away a nutsack, double admin pouch in leather. I'm about to give away a Montana Knife Company speed. I think it's going to be the Speed Goat. That's going to be the members only. So shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The real Chris Brown, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. The moderator or moderators, appreciate that. Reminding y'all to smash that like button as well, man. I appreciate y'all kicking the door in. A lot of places y'all could have went, but for some reason you came out here and watched me run my grave. What's up? I hope TSA didn't bad touch you. They are a little too hands-on with me last time because I had traces of gunpowder on my shoes. Sir, chill out. Listen, you know when they're swabbing, you guys know what TSA is doing when they swab your hands, right? They're looking for remnants of the last time that you handled a firearm or handled materials that can make, you know what I'm saying, things that go boom. That's what they're searching for. So Geekiest Guy, thanks for being a goddamn member. So when he says that they gave him a hard time, I could understand that. I am a TSA pre-check. I've been TSA pre-check for almost a decade. So it's rare Sometimes I get the screening when they pull you to the side, but most of the time I just go through the metal. I don't do the little arm lifting thing. I haven't done that in quite a while. I just go through the regular. But I feel you, man, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they don't fucking play around with that shit. They ain't got time to be playing with that shit, man. They want you to respect their damn authority, man. It be like that. It says, I used to try the TSA stuff, but it's just too restrictive. Simply accept it. I have to check a bag. I refuse to fly without them. Once you accept, you have to build it. Once it, yeah, I get it. Big comment though. Yeah, I agree with that, man. It can definitely be one of those situations where, you know, you want to give the TSA stuff a go. You want to just give it a shot, but you're just kind of like, is they gonna take it? They're gonna make me check it. I'm gonna have to get out of line because I'm not gonna throw my shit away. If they say, hey, sir, you can't take this multi-tool through here. You know what they're gonna do, right? They say you can either check it or you can throw it away. Now, who the fuck thinks that these TSA agents are legit throwing everything fucking away? I literally can imagine that TSA agents don't fucking bring lunch. TSA agents don't bring water. I've seen them put it in the goddamn cabinet. Are they not just going through, getting them a little, you know what I'm saying, get a little drink? Get unpermitted Scooby snacks, even though you could take food through. Some reason they'll find a way for you not to let you take food through. You know what I'm saying? They got their multi-tools and knives. Maybe it's just in my head, but I could just imagine that all these people are like, oh, fuck it. Just throw my goddamn Chris Reeve knife away. It'll be okay, man. I'll just get another one. What? Yes, I know there's some of you out there probably doing that shit, giving 0 Fs too. He says, I'm out here trying to do the Lord's work. Sir, listen, man, I'm out here just trying to make it happen. Whatever needs to happen out here on the goddamn casting couch. Still making Man Cave Mondays happen because we got to make that shit happen go down as well. Semper Fi, thanks for stopping by, my guy. He says, oh shit, I didn't know you were from Pittsburgh. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm from Cleveland, man. So it's like super close, like right down the goddamn block. He says, I too work for the government. It sucks. They don't have the same rules for every port. They don't. Not for every we don't have the same rules for everything within the government, right? So like my old supervisor, it was a whole issue that I was teaching at night for colleges. It was a whole issue for my old supervisor. Like, oh, well, we're not sure if you can do that. We got to check the regulation because whenever I teach for Texas A&M School of Law, I teach lawyers. And so in theory, a government lawyer could come through my class. And if the government lawyer plays Texas A&M, icto facto, Texas A&M pays me. It's like I'm getting double paid by the government. So they had to like really investigate that shit ethics wise. It was like a thing. And then my new supervisor's like, who the fuck cares? You're doing it in off hours. You know what I'm saying? If you have a lawyer that comes through to trying to get some continuous education points, you know, as long as you're being ethical with it, like who really cares? David Hurst, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. My last few trips, I've checked the bag and packed a vault case with a TSA lock. Listen, I almost brought the vault case, David. I was 2 seconds away from bringing the vault case with the TSA lock. The only reason I didn't do it is because the modularity of the actual Leatherman pouch, it kind of grabbed me by the goddamn balls, okay? The modularity of this pouch kind of grabbed me a little bit because it has a little bit more features than the vault case. It has this mesh area in the top, this little organization area here, which can be, can I remove this? No, you can't remove this, but this organization area here with the Q-tips. I even added some extra features in here, some extra paper towels and stuff and brushes just in case I need to do maintenance. Of course, it has a knife sharpener by Leatherman, which I've never tried before. I'm assuming it's the correct angle for their multi-tools. Most of their multi-tools are drop point. So I would assume that if I try to sharpen a regular knife with this, I will be okay, but it's a pull through. I'm not a big fan of pull through sharpeners. So I don't know, man. This is the type of thing, I guess, if I had a super dog knife or a super dog knife in my multi-tool, I would give it a go, but it's nothing that I'm looking forward to using. Then the Gerber Dual Force, this is like the end all be all fix it when it comes to any type of work trip. The Gerber Dual Force was just recently on some crazy ass sale too. I think it was like 50 something bucks on Amazon recently. I'm gonna do a video probably tomorrow about some more EDC deals I'm always finding on Amazon for you guys, because I'm always finding these goddamn bangers as well. But yeah, this just has a little bit more functionality than the vault case. As much as I like that goddamn vault case, Don't get it twisted. But sometimes, we just gotta kind of keep it going as well. Matthew Hernandez, thanks for stopping by, my guy. Greetings to you as well. Dude Drink says, came across your channel, your content today and enjoy it. I love anything to do with EDC and survival gear. Dew Drinker, that Mountain Dew Drinker, well, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Hopefully you had a good day. Let me know what you had in your pocket today. Switch to the Gerber Lockdown Olight Arc Fail along with my heater and a spare mag. Here's the thing. First off, I like the Gerber Lockdown. The armbar drive I've been trying to get with. I know Chris likes the armbar drive. And the Olight is about to have a sale starting tomorrow for breast cancer awareness. I might do a little bit of, I know they're having a pretty big sale starting tomorrow. They're going to have like 40 to 50% off some of their items. And it's a 3-day sale. And I haven't even talked about it in a video, but basically for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, they're going to be discounting stuff, and the portion of each order is going to go towards breast cancer research. And they're going to have some banger ass deals. But the newest thing that I'm excited about, full disclosure, Olight send me shit all the time. They just sent me the Olight Arc Felt Pro. The Olight Arc Felt Pro is like the Olight Arc Felt on goddamn crack. It has the regular Olight, I think it, 1000 max lumens. I don't know what that shit, the max lumens on that shit is. Then you also have the UV light, so you can use that to disinfect shit. I don't know how effective it is to disinfect some shit. But you can also like check and see if you have any weird shit in your bed, because it kind of conversely kind of works like a black light. So you can, check your hotel room, make sure you don't have any weird shit. See if one of your dogs took a leak on your carpet somewhere in the house. And then you also have the green laser. So they brought the green laser back. So if you got a freaking cat, you hate the cat's guts, then you can use the goddamn the Olight for that as well. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that. We also got the David says, I have TSA pre-check and clear, but damn knee replacement blew that up. Get the enhanced pat down each time. Yes, crazy, man. You got a knee replacement. Y'all know that people are getting Negroes. Negro surgery. Now, I'm not saying Negro. I'm not saying Negro like nigga. I'm saying Negroes. Y'all heard of Negro surgery? Where literally men are going and getting Negroes surgery. Where you can go in there and they will put in shit. I don't know what they're doing, but they can make you grow 1 inch to 2 inches. God dang Negro surgery. I'm 6'2". I told the wife, I said, I'm thinking I'm gonna go get me a little Negro surgery. Go give me a little Negro surgery, man. I can come through, get that goddamn, come out the door, be about 6'4.5". Put my dick right on your goddamn shoulder. It's gonna be the perfect height, man. Anybody gonna get them a Negro surgery? Yeah, man, that's crazy because, I've had different surgeries as well. And I always get nervous. Like, am I gonna be that guy to get stopped by TSA and all of that good stuff? And I don't know if you listen, there's a bunch of men in the chat. Years ago, I was working out when I was in the Marines and I had testicular torsion. If you don't know what that is, look the shit up. I had testicular torsion. I had to get an emergency epidural, have an emergency surgery, emergency sonogram, all this other type of shit. They put staples in my shit. And for like, I had a couple of trips planned because I was preparing to go to Morocco on a humanitarian mission. And I was beeping through goddamn until all that shit was gone. I thought I was gonna be beeping through metal detectors. They were like, yeah, they're not that type of staples. I was like, oh, okay. See, I was a fucking idiot when I was 22, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Ian says, no podcast. No, season 1 of the podcast is over, man. I think I talked about that in like one of the first episodes. So Danny, Lene, and I are doing the podcast in seasons. That way it just doesn't get like stale. So season 1 is over. We'll take a break for 4 to 6 weeks. We'll come back with season 2. So I think that makes a lot of sense. So season 1 was what, 6 or 7 episodes. We'll come back with season 2. And then that, that'll go away, and then season 3 and etc. I think to some podcasts, the reason that a lot of them fail is inconsistency. I can name a couple of folks in the EDC community who have less kids than me, less obligations than me, less work things than me, and they're not consistent with podcasts. And they do too much. The shit gets stale. You don't mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Break your shit up into 7 to 15 week seasons. However long 7 to 15 episode seasons, right? You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends, man. It just super duper depends, but it's craziness. Who's gonna get that Negro? So it's just I like the pry capability. If I carry an expensive blade, I catch myself not wanting to use it. You know what's so crazy is that I don't normally carry a pry bar, but there are instances that I do stupid shit with my knife. There are instances when I'm doing some stupid shit with my knife when I'm like, yeah, I don't, I'm not a big fan of pry bars, but I probably shouldn't be fucking jamming my goddamn knife in between this table saw and this workbench trying to retrieve. I shouldn't be doing that shit, right? It's just probably something I shouldn't be doing. You ain't saying no podcast. Yeah, man. So sometimes I do find myself where it does seem to be a little bit interesting to actually have a pry bar. As a reminder, man, coming through from the Steel City, I am here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on a work trip. As Ian just mentioned, I am coming through on a goddamn casting couch, man. I still got to make the show must go on. Let me know what you hit carried in your goddamn pockets and all of that good stuff. And we're just making stuff happen, man. No bourbon tonight. Literally sparkling goddamn Italian sparkling mineral water. Bougie ass shit. Let's see. When X say man thought it was third legs. Nah. Let's see. Happy Heptic says, I use the Arcfeld UV when I stay at hotels for work almost every week. It is clutch. Is it not clutch, Happy Heptics? Is it not clutch? And the crazy thing is, it's like, you can listen, even if you're a Karen. First off, the UV functionality of any of these flashlights, whether it's the Phoenix LD, the LD flashlights by Phoenix, both of those have UV functionalities, the long dicks. So if you look up the Phoenix long dicks, the Phoenix LDs, okay, both of those have UV functionality. Or you can actually use like the Olight Seeker Mini Pro, whatever that shit is called, that has the UV functionality. And then you can use or actually it doesn't have, but maybe have a red light. I think it does have it. And then, but for sure, the Olight UV Arcfeld has the UV functionality. I don't know how good, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how like well the whole situation is with actually disinfecting stuff. Does it work? I don't really know, right? I'm assuming it does, but one of my employees got a Prince Albert on a business trip. What? Oh my God! Set off the metal detectors at the airport on the way. Listen. If anybody Googles Prince Albert because you don't know what the fuck it is, put your phone in goddamn incognito mode before you do that shit. Your wife's gonna be like, what? What are you looking up? What are you looking up? First, I see you watching goddamn Man Cave Mondays. Now you're looking up goddamn Prince Alberts. Do you have something to say to me? X, you talking about, no, I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm just talking about anybody that's doing podcasts, whether it's EDC, whether it is in tech. There's folks that I start watching podcasts. They tell me their schedule. Let me tell you the number one reason why I don't subscribe to some channels on YouTube. If I go to your channel on YouTube, because I treat YouTube like TV. Like for me, YouTube is television, okay? And if you are inconsistent with your posting, or you're inconsistent with your content, meaning you just post one day you're posting about Legos and then the next day you're posting about the goddamn the newest EDC knife, you're not going to gain my subscription. Or if you tell me that you're going to do something and you don't follow through with it, like if you have a podcast, if you have a posting schedule, I'm usually pretty lenient about it. But if you're missing, you're going 3, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, and you're not keeping up with it, you're not going to gain my subscription. It doesn't matter if I follow you somewhere else. And it should be the same thing with me. So when Danny Lene and I decided we were going to do the Mantuary podcast, we have 5 fucking kids, a 6-month-old. My wife is also a baddie. So there's a many nights when I just want to go through and go goddamn 20 toes with her. Okay. We still decided, hey, listen, if we're going to do this shit, it has to happen. It has to happen. The same thing with YouTube. You know, if I want to gain people to watch my content, watch my channel, like it has to fucking happen, right? Where you feel like that, okay, well, he posts pretty goddamn consistent. He's posting, you know, two, 1 to 3 times a week, and he's doing this and he does that. He has live streams and he's giving away shit. And yeah, I'm gonna subscribe. People notice that type of shit. So you just want to make sure that you have that type of consistency, because people will notice that type of stuff. So yeah, that's my biggest thing with earning that type of stuff as well. It says, hi, greetings from Chile. Okay, coming through, man. All the way from South America, man. That is what's up. Let's see. Ian says, you're never gonna unblock me on Instagram and Discord so we can get back to our usual kissing and hugging this shit, sir. Man, I'm just saying, listen, I'm gonna have to look into that, man. We might make that shit happen. He says, says, are you at an Airbnb? No, I'm at a hotel. It's just my hotel has a living room if that makes sense. And that's like my number one requirement whenever I go on these type of trips. Like, I need my hotel to have a space separate from the bedroom that makes me feel like I'm at home, if that makes sense. So like, this room has a freaking sectional in it. It has a desk with where I edit these videos for YouTube. I have a TV in here, and I have a small little area, like a bar area. And then the bedroom has another TV, king bed, and all the other type of shit. But that's my minimum requirement when it comes to these type of work trips and hotels and shit like that. Is I just need to feel like I have a sense of being home. Otherwise, I wouldn't be at this job for so long. If they were sticking me in goddamn kick door hotels all the time, because before COVID, this job, I traveled literally. I traveled, what was it? 2 weeks a month, almost every month. So we traveled between 18 and 25 weeks a year before COVID. COVID happened, we went down to 0. And now that COVID is over, we're slowly ramping back up to our travel schedule again. So, and I think I mentioned this before, what I do specifically for the government without diving too deep. I audit defense contractors. So I audit defense contractors to ensure that they're following contract law. And so I audit the companies such as Boeing and Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. And I audit to make sure they're following contract law. I write long ass, boring ass reports, and I teach contract law. So interesting type of stuff as well. Got some goddamn fire loadouts for your goddamn eyes. Man, I'm just saying, you know what? I do need to, first off, I'm not even at my normal setup where I can push the goddamn button. It feels weird. I feel goddamn naked. First off, I'm sitting at this big ass casting couch and I'm not going goddamn 20 toes with nobody. I need to hit up Mrs. X and say, let me get a hall pass real quick so I can go ahead and goddamn make this casting couch real life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just carry a pry bar. No knives are designed for those type of tasks. Yeah, the only knife that has like a kind of a dual-headed task is with that knife I got from Detonation Technology, where it was really good knife and it was a really good digging tool, but it wasn't super good at either one, if that makes sense. So Hapti Heptics has a decent point. Like, there's some knives that might be decent at, and I will look the shit up, but I'm too far from my fucking keyboard. But Detonation Technology had this fantastic ass digging knife, which had a knife mixed with a pry bar, and it was really good, but it wasn't really good at either one of those tasks. And so, you know, for it just really depends. Birdman, thanks for kicking the goddamn door, man. Appreciate that. I've tried one of those Chavez skeleton pry keys. Love it. Just steel, nothing fancy. Listen, a pry bar that's not made of titanium. What? It's so crazy today because today I was auditing, and this company buy raw titanium. And so they were saying, like, I think titanium right now is like, I think they said $35 a pound or something like that. I was like, this is why they're fucking making everything out of fucking titanium. If titanium is $35 a pound and you can get a pound of titanium mix it. I don't know if whenever they make pry bars and tools, I don't know if it's 100% raw titanium, if it's an alloy and it's mixed with something else. I don't know how they make the shit. But if you can get titanium at $35 a pound, you have all the machining and tooling to make a pry bar, and you sell that shit for $35. And 1 pound of titanium makes, I don't know, 40 pry bars. I mean, you're fucking winning. My math is all off, but that's why you can see some of these reasonable prices for some of these tools that already exist, because if the tooling already exists and the folks are getting the titanium at a very reasonable price, then they can just make the shit happen. They can kind of just make the shit happen. Yeah, let's see. Man, that shit is crazy. Got a goddamn Prince. Yeah, if I'm with a coworker, so on this trip I'm with a female coworker. We go on these trips in pairs, and I think she decided to stay in a different goddamn. What is going on with these balloons? What is going on? Okay, listen, there's a lot going on nowadays. Anyways, so, but yeah, if she, that's some weird shit, man. If my coworker, who's fucking been married for like 30 years, needed me to pick her up because she was about to go get some goddamn piercings and some shit, that would be some weird shit, okay? It'd be some weird shit. 100%. YouTube is also TV for me. Yeah, Ian, same thing, man. Like, so for me personally, I used to have YouTube TV. I used to have Spectrum TV. I used to have all that shit. Then I realized that a lot of the things I watched were summarized on YouTube. I was watching YouTube. And if I wasn't watching YouTube, I was working on, being a dad, life, whatever. And so if I do sit down for 1 or 2 hours a day, it was watching YouTube. It wasn't watching a bunch, my wife, she watches other shit as well, so I might catch up with her, but it wasn't anything super extreme. And so Geekus God says, I have a UV water bottle and it's great. Is that the Lark? Listen, Lark, I really want Lark to send me a fucking water bottle. Yeah, I'm being fucking Petty Roosevelt, okay? I need to hit them up. Because I know I think Lark sells those, right? LARQ. I have a UV water bottle and it's great. It even gets rid of old plastic tape from some companies. I was skeptical, but it's pretty great. It's so crazy because I see those advertisements all the time, whether it's YouTubers that have live ads during their videos, or I see the ads pop up on my phone or whatever. And I'm like, man, is this shit really fire? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I gotta just kind of put my thinking cap on about it, because that shit, I also hear the shit is not it's pretty freaking pricey as hell as well. Robert says, I definitely need more of this guy. His videos are awesome. That's for the great work you put in, sir. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that good stuff, man. I do appreciate you kicking the goddamn door in, trying to make stuff happen, man. It is a busy one, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it is a busy time. 5 fucking kids. My oldest daughter is at Disney for the 100th anniversary with her mom and her brother and her stepdad. She's about to move to Texas, so I'm preparing for her and her family to move to Texas, and and all that type of stuff. And I think it's so crazy because me and my ex-wife are on great terms. My ex-wife talks to my current wife more than I do. You know what I'm saying? And like it's crazy because I know that I just want her husband to be comfortable too. If I invite him all over to the house, I don't want him, I want him to legit know that it's not on that jealousy shit. I think he knows that. He's a federal agent. He has a great ass job. You know what I'm saying? He's a super high clearance. So I know that he's not on no crazy shit. He's a super respectable job and all that type of shit. But I just want him to be comfortable, because we spent a lot of years kind of building up this rapport with everybody, and he's 100% a part of the family, and I just want him to feel comfortable as well. So I'm excited about them moving to Texas. It's a lot going on. YouTube is like watching Gears and being friends with Stacey David. So props if you know Stacey. I don't know who Stacey David is. I feel like it's a Stacey David sounds very, I like watching the home decor shit. I feel like it's a home renovation shit. And I'm probably wrong, but I feel like Stacey David has some bomb ass home renovations. It helps you turn your goddamn pool into a goddamn paradise. Am I mistaken? You know what I'm saying? What was for dinner tonight? X. Listen, it was Red Robin's. I had a Impossible Burger from Red Robin's. You guys know I don't eat goddamn beef or pork. So I went to Red Robin's, got an Impossible Burger. That shit was fucking fire. This shit was goddamn fire. I still got some drink left too. Some goddamn Impossible Burger, because I haven't had beef in 2 years. The shit was fucking delicious to me. It may have been complete trash to you goddamn normal meat eaters out here, but for me, nah. My girlfriend is the ultimate baddie. Also makes me feel like a straight up king coming through. Goddamn, put that goddamn meat on the shoulder. It be like that, Happy Heptics, man. It really do be like that. And it's like, you know, super happy that Danny Lene told me it's time for you to get the goddamn snip. You hear me? It's time to get that goddamn snip, because at the end of the day, I know that we would probably be fucking pregnant again. Bitch is bad. Okay. She's bad. So it'd be like that. Also require a baller hotel room, works, pays for it. So happy, great. Yeah, we just got to keep ourselves within a certain limit, but it's pretty easy to kind of just keep it all in there. It says a Yeenzer. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Let's see. All posted their beautiful carries. I need to allow suit. You know, a lot of them have been posting up some of their follow-ups from Blade Texas or Blade West. I saw that OG Triple OG posted his, but his is a long video though. I'm gonna watch that on my own. It's 34 minutes. So he just posted his. Mikey Daily Carry did his recap live stream. There's some other videos I know I was interested in checking out. I really want to see some more video content on this Leatherman arc, because it's out. People are posting contents about it. It doesn't seem too fucking impressive. Okay. Seems like some normal shit. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like some shit I don't know. Who else we got, man? I got to watch my tool deals. Wait, don't miss out on Gear Related. Just drop some content. Yeah, we got a good shakeup, man. Of course, I dropped some shit 12 hours ago. You can always go check that shit out. And yeah, it's just a lot of shit I know I want to catch up on. Overall, especially with those Blade West recaps. The Temu Survival Gear Challenge, really interesting. I can see that as being super interesting. So yeah, I definitely got to catch up on some of those folks, man. It says I'm going with that raw titanium. Nobody has mentioned any titanium alloy. Yeah, and you got to really read the fine print when you buy some of this stuff, because some of them literally does, you know what I'm saying? Some of them literally does say the titanium alloy when you're buying it. I don't know what that means. What does it mean to be titanium alloy? Does that mean they mixed the titanium with something else? You're not getting fully raw titanium? Like, are you getting hoed? Is it not a big deal? Is it still lightweight and tough? You know, I don't know. So it's kind of a lot of things to think about. Let's see. Marthio says, what do you think about combat flashlights? Are they good as they appear? I always thought about them for a fail mid fight. Here's the thing about combat flashlights. The word combat flashlight was made up by industry. Like, that's not a military term. Like, it's just a moonbeam or a flashlight for us. Like, a lot of flashlights we carried in the military don't have the jipping in the front and the shit that's designed for you to hit somebody in the face and all that other type of shit. The biggest thing with a flashlight, if you want to use it for self-defense, is high lumens, something that's going to blind somebody. Not necessarily something that's going to hurt somebody if you need to actually get into a fist fight. Because, listen, I've said this before. Fighting is one of the most dangerous things you can do next to driving. And we drive every day. That's probably the most dangerous things that humans do. But if you get into a fist fight, that's one of the most dangerous things you can do in your life, because you don't know how it can end. I've been in several fights before. I've lost a tooth in a fight. I used to be a Marine Corps martial arts instructor. Like, it is super dangerous. So my goal with fighting is to evade, and if need to, then I can engage and then recover. But evade, fight, recover is my goal. And if a flashlight with high lumens that I can blind somebody is going to help me evade and get back to my goddamn fine ass wife, that's the goal. Because it's more likely that I get into a fight and hurt myself or get my ass shot, you know what I'm saying, than it is to look like that tough guy just because I have the ability or the skill, or at least I used to think I did. And maybe this guy is some type of freaking martial art ninja I've never heard of before. Maybe he's a goddamn welterweight. Maybe his hands are literally registered with the county because he's known for knocking people out. And I want to get in a fight with him because it bumped me in the goddamn Kroger. Get the fuck out of here, man. So when I say it's a combat flashlight, I would just say if you're getting it because you want to evade a situation, look for something like that. Even the flashlight I have with me is just a Streamlight Wedge XT. I'm still trying to test that shit out. I have two flashlights with me. I have the Streamlight Wedge XT. I have the Olight IR2 Pro. Fucking long ass, whack ass name. And then I have, well, I guess three technically, because I have the Olight safety bulb. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends. I'm a sports fan, so I love having Sunday Ticket on YouTube. Yeah, I know this YouTube has a Sunday Ticket, but right now NASCAR is entering the Final Four for the championship, so I'm busy with NASCAR right now. Right. NASCAR is almost over, but it's the Final Four for the championship, and Kyle Larson's looking pretty good. The 20 is looking pretty good. So I'm busy with NASCAR right now, but that's going to be over. So maybe I'll watch a little bit of football. I don't know, man. It's like hard because I know it'd be advantageous to check this shit out. I got free time, but you know, we got a couple. I think I got at least one more week of NASCAR, and then that's a wrap. Then that is literally a wrap. Beforehand, I watched it for music and gaming. Yeah, I still watch a lot of freaking gaming on YouTube, 100%. Mine was made, Philips of all the companies got marked down from $79 to $15.99. Wow, Office Max. I didn't know Philips made them, but it was worth it. That is a steal of a freaking deal. Philips makes a lot of weird shit. They make some bomb ass monitors, but they make a lot of stuff for overseas, like the Philippines, Guam, Thailand. Like it's real big. In the Pacific to further to the west of that. I prefer NFL Plus over Sunday Ticket. I prefer none of them because I don't watch football, man. I haven't watched football since 2017, man. It's been a really long time since I watched the shit. So, was an automated programming host. See, there you go. I didn't know that. You ever owned your Kershaw Skyline? It's a knife. No, I've never even heard of Kershaw Skyline Dark Matter, and I would look it up, but I'm not in my normal setup. So like right now, my keyboard is like literally 15 feet away from me. Like I'm streaming, but the computer that I'm streaming from is like 15 feet away. It's super far away. So I would get up and type it, but I'm just using a mouse, so I can't even look it up. But normally I would, man. I'll have to check it out. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll save your comment. And I'll check it out when the live stream is over. So I saved it right here, and I'll check it out when the live stream is over. It says still might be I don't watch cable. Let's see. I need to get my ass up and learn how to weld and CNC. I met a guy that was welding near my mother-in-law's house, and he was a welder by trade, but he was doing welding on the side. And I was like, man, I need to get your information because I don't want to weld. I don't want to learn how to weld. I don't want to MIG, TIG, stick, any of the fucking nicknames. I don't want to do none of that shit. I don't want to have to worry about the ventilation. I don't want to have to worry about more equipment I already woodwork. My main things I do in my man cave are I use a laser, I woodwork, and I do YouTube. I don't need to add another fucking hobby, but I do need fucking 2 pieces of metal put together more often than not. So I'm always looking for somebody who can weld. And as for CNC, yeah, I would love a CNC machine, but I don't have the room for it. I would have to get rid of my laser for a CNC machine. And I would prefer to have the laser. Steven says, would I prefer the Leatherman OHT or the Gerber center drive? For me personally, I would go with the Gerber center drive, only because I think the Leatherman OHT is still in production, but I don't know. This is what I would say, Steven. Leatherman's lifetime warranty, I think, I've had less issues with Leatherman's lifetime warranty. I had to send my Leatherman free P4 in, and I had a great experience. But the center drive, if you really want the center drive, because the center drive is going to still have the biggest thing with the center drive is going to have the full size 1/4 size bit. So if you look at this, this isn't the same multi-tool, but if you look at this Gerber Dual Force, this has the full standard size bit that I can buy these bits at Lowe's. The center drive has the same type of driving mechanism. It's just not as chunky as this thing. So if you want that big chunky functionality of having a regular driving bit, then I would go for the Gerber, because that's what yours is going to look like. But if I think that you're going to have less of warranty issues with Leatherman, but like, how many of us are really like running into tons of issues when it comes to warranty? As many items as I own, I don't run into it as often as I perceive I would. I just don't. So it really just depends, man. Let me see. We got, hold on. Pause this. All right. Pittsburghs are called, the Yinzer is designed Yines, short for use guys, and you all are we. Nah, man, I say y'all, David, from goddamn Texas, baby. You already know. We say goddamn y'all. It be like that, man. If I that's one thing about if I ever had to move back to Cleveland, is like my dialect and my dialogue is so goddamn different. I know it would be a whole issue. The in leader, what up, man? Thanks for kicking that goddamn door in. It says, do you be smoking that poop stick, man? You know I smoke that shit. I can't smoke it in this hotel. You trying to get me kicked out though? First off, I'm in Pittsburgh, so I think the temperature outside is like fucking not my temperature. I think it's like what? Somebody do me a favor. Look up the temperature in Pittsburgh. Tell me, write that shit in chat. I think it's like 30 something degrees outside. I'm not about to be outside smoking a stick in this shit, man. I prefer to smoke in the comfort of my man cave. And alloy is a mix of 2 or more metals. There you go. Here's the thing, Ian. So yeah, the raw titanium sounds more attractive, but I can imagine that having a titanium alloy does have its benefits. Titanium is lighter than steel, and I get it, all that good shit, but it may have its benefits. For instance, it's very hard to put an edge or keep an edge on titanium, right? But if it's a mix, it might be easier to put an edge on titanium, use it for cutting, shit like that, right? So, if you smell titanium and send it into a bar, it would be really. If you smelt it, got you. Okay. I know they do that for some knives. Franco, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Be catching you on a live. That's a big attaboy for me and my wife. We are big fans. Well, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, Franco, man. And me and Mrs. X will be back on our live stream probably the first week of December. We shall see. We got to look at the schedule. Yo, X, it says Mr. Field 1969. Just a quick stop by to say, hey, stay safe, safe travels. The old man is going to bed. Man, appreciate you kicking the door in, man. What is the best budget 35 liter? Okay, BSD, what do you mean by budget? What do you mean by budget for a 35 liter? And I don't carry 35 liter bags. I know some 35 liter bags that I can rattle off the top of my head, but I don't. 35 liters bags are too fucking big for me. Like this bag next to me is a 25 liter, and this bag next to me is too fucking big. Like I'm much more comfortable. This is the Vertex Gamut 3.0. This is a 25 liter bag. The Gamuts used to be 30 liter bags. They're now 25 liter bags, and it still feels bulky as shit. And this shit is fucking empty. There's no computers in it right now. What's in here right now? Nothing. The only thing in here right now is a tactile turn pin. There is nothing else in this bag. And it still looks freaking bulky. So it just really depends. I guess off the top of my head, if you just really need a big bag, you don't care how tactical it looks, then you probably could get away with like the Rush, the 511 Rush 24 is 24 liters. I don't know, man. 35 liters is just a weird size. I guess maybe if you look at the Vertex Base Camp, that's like a 30 liter bag. Yeah, I'm not the guy for bags, BSD. I don't even want to just sit here and shoot the shit. George Defiant, he's way better for bags than I am. It's a black guy with a gray beard. You can look him up. He talks about bags quite often. And all of that good stuff. How do you feel about chest rigs? Oh, hold on, let me go back to this other screen. He says, how do you feel about chest rigs? Just bought a heel people gear chest pack. I have 2 chest rigs, Piranha. I think the chest rigs are cool. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna use them. Right now, my chest rigs get used at the range. So when I go to the range, if I go to use a tactical portion of the range, that's the only time it gets used. I have in my mind that I would use it a part of some urban assault or fighting kit or some shit like that. Yeah, fucking right. First off, it's never with me. So if something were to pop off, like I mentioned before, about 5 years ago here in the city of Dallas, there was a freaking maniac with an AR putting down the freaking brave men in blue in downtown Dallas. That would be a scenario if I was downtown, you know what I'm saying, clubbing it up, kicking it, rubbing on ass or some shit like that, females ass specifically. Then I want my urban assault kit, right? I want my goddamn chest rig. That shit's just not sitting in my truck most of the time. So in my mind, I'm going to use my chest rigs. It's going to be great. All this other shit. And normally it's not even with me. So I would have to really dive deep into that stuff. Let's see. Kyle Larson ended his day on the beach while it says, well, at least covered in sand. Listen, Kyle Larson was already in the 4, right? He was already good to go. Like last week, he was already in the top 4 for the championship. So 100%, he could freaking sink them toes in the sand. He didn't have to worry about that shit. And ever since goddamn Harvick is gone, Smoke has been gone for years. It's just like my favorite drivers are like this. Boyer retired. So it's like all my favorite drivers are slowly retiring. I got to look at these young bucks. I say young bucks. I'm 37. I'm looking at these young bucks who are 22, 25, 28 years old. And I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I feel about these dudes, man? They can fucking drive. I can tell you that. So that's what I really look at. Let's see. Welding is indispensable. Yeah, it's just fucking a beast of ventilation and all of that good stuff. Just got my, it says Anycubic Cobra Max 3D printer. It can print some pretty big stuff. I can print a helmet in carbon fiber or Kevlar when I get a spool of it. You know what, Geekiest Guy? Me and you need to get together because I got this big ass 3D printer. It can print some big shit. And I have not put it through its paces. I really feel like there's EDC and survival shit that I can print with my 3D printer. And I'm just not fucking, I'm not going for the jugular like I should. Like I know there's a lot of shit I can fucking print and all that. I'm just not going for the jugular like I should. So I definitely, if you get some different designs and some of them seem interesting to you, we definitely need to kind of just figure out like what some different shit we might have to check out. 99% of the time, gambling is a loss. Oh my God, when you said that, Ian, it made me think about that line on Anchor. Was it Anchorman? Remember when the anchor, I don't remember his name, but Will Ferrell was in his office and he was putting on that goddamn cologne because he was about to go try to holler at that broad. And he was saying, he was like, oh, it smells like pure gasoline. He was like, 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time or some shit like that. Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite lines of the movie because it's nonsensical, and I'm probably getting the line wrong, but 60% of the time it works 100% of the time. What does that even mean? So 6 out of 10 women, it's guaranteed to get you to go 20 toes with them. I don't know, man. That's. I was watching that shit the other day. Ron Burgundy was talking to, I can't remember the other goddamn anchor's name, but he had the darker hair. I picked up a buck 110. It really has me rethinking my knife collection. A few knives I own just don't hold up anymore. I'm looking to add some bigger blades to the collection now. Listen, if you like the buck 110, you definitely might enjoy the buck 110, the buck 112 Pro. It's not for whipping open. It's a lockback, but it's just S30V slow slicing goodness. American blade. It's just a fantastic knife. A fantastic knife. And all that good stuff. See. Love the way X uses his hooked on phonics. You know what I'm saying? Ah man, today I'm not drinking goddamn bourbon and smoking a cigar, so I can use some of these goddamn college degrees and actually get this shit together. Much respect to Pennsylvania, one of 4 states where you can legally grow tobacco. Really? Wow. That's so weird though. That just lets you know the tight hold that some of these industries have on our legislators. You cannot grow tobacco on your own property because of some random weird regulations that they make. It's because of some random weird regulations that they make. You can't grow tobacco on your own property because they don't want you to, because they want to control it, right? Because if you can grow your own tobacco, you don't have to buy from them anymore. Just like in Florida, they just passed a law where you literally can no longer order a car online. You have to buy a car at a car dealership. Why? For what reason? The only car company that you can buy online in Florida is Tesla. All the other ones, you have to go to a dealership. They sell goddamn Rivian online, which is another electric car company. Rivian doesn't have fucking car dealerships. How are you supposed to buy their fucking car? I think the Honey Badger is another electric truck they're trying to come out with. They don't have fucking dealerships. How the fuck you supposed to buy that shit? It's just weird, man. Some of these companies, they got the regulations 100% just for them. And I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit sometimes. It is 50 degrees, 51 degrees right now. Currently 51. The low tonight is a 35 here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. You rarely see a titanium blade. It's mostly handled of hardware material. Yeah, 100%. Or if you do see a titanium blade in, it's coated. Just like you were saying earlier, it's like a steel blade coated in titanium. And it might not be the edge coated. It might just be the sides of the blade and the top, the rear of the blade, but not the actual plain edge or the serrated edge. I don't know. Layer 2 tungsten carbide. Yeah, I really want to get more into titanium. It's just I don't have a need for it though, right? It's like, as much as I would enjoy it, as much as I know it's useful, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a unique thing that people are into right now. I don't gravitate toward titanium. Right now I'm gravitating towards forged carbon, carbon fiber with forged different materials and colors inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of makes me feel good inside. So let's see. Headed to the man cave I bought at the auction. Kicked those neighbors out. I know you bought that goddamn neighbor's house, Chris, man. That's crazy, bruh. Whole way got the goddamn bought the neighbor's house, put his goddamn dick on the table and bought that shit, man. I turned on the live there. Absolutely, man. It's just a chill day, man. I don't know any of the new NASCAR drivers. Ian, it took a while for me to because I watch NASCAR so much, I know the drivers. But if you take like a 6-month break from NASCAR, people start fucking retiring, you won't know some fucking, you're gonna be like, who the fuck are these people? It's because those young men, they start driving when they're like 6 years old, and their dads keep them at the track, and then by the time they're 19, they're in a fucking NASCAR. I mean, you got to know the right people. You got to know the right people. You got to have a little bit of money behind you. But, you know, by the time you're 19, you could be in the Xfinity series. And then if you play your cards right, by the time you're like 21, 22, you might be in the goddamn Cup series. One of 43 cars out there freaking making the shit happen, man. So I don't know. That is something that I would heavily be interested in getting my sons to do, is to put some goddamn rubber to the road and make that stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? It says Ron Burgundy, 100%. I got you, brother. We'll put something together. Yeah, like I say, the 3D printers of mine, it is just so underutilized, completely neglected. Chest rigs are best for day hikes. You can reach for gear while you're moving ahead. Yeah, whenever I'm hiking, whenever I am literally on a rug, I don't really wear a chest rig because I don't like the extra sweat that it produces. I know you can wear like a open back type setup, but I normally would just wear a type of bag that allows for me to put a lot of shit on the actual shoulder straps. So like the Vertex Long Walk has been my go-to ruck bag recently. Man, I can strap things all over that thing. I normally have my Nalgene bottle, a flashlight, and my cell phone, and a safety light all hanging from my goddamn shoulder straps. And it just works. You know what I'm saying? Spent many of wayward weekends in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I went to college in Buies Creek, North Carolina, at a college called Campbell University. It's the only dry county in North Carolina. So I spent many of wayward weekends in Raleigh, North Carolina, between the times when I was no longer active duty, up there trying to fill on ass, specifically women. Let's just reiterate that. Just bought the SE4 and S35V. I love it. You know, it's crazy because my SE4 is not in 35V, but I fucking love it, man. It just gets the job done. It gets the job done, especially when you're out there hunting. You don't care how fucking bloody it gets, how dirty it gets. You can just wipe it off, clean it off, rinse it off. Just make sure you dry it so it won't fucking start to rust. And you're good to go. You're like 100% good to go. Rocky, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Making that shit happen. Yeah, look at this. You can grow all sorts of shit. It's just crazy because, like, of course, like me personally, I don't partake in weed, right? Because I work for the federal government. It would be my luck that I would get tested and fucking get my eyes bounced up out my job, right? But I know that a lot of people that I know, they rock with that shit. And in my opinion, another reason they don't legalize goddamn weed is because technically, if you get the seeds from a dime sack, you can just grow that shit in your kitchen. Who the fuck can regulate weed? It's like one of the most bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes plants to grow ever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another one that's going to be hard to regulate as well. You know what's so crazy, Ian, is they legislated blues and fucking him. It's so crazy because I'm here in Pennsylvania. In Texas, they do not sell hard liquor on Sundays. They sell beer and wine after 12 o'clock. Well, I think they sell it before 12 o'clock in Texas now, but it used to be on Sundays in Texas, after 12, you can buy beer and wine, but you can't buy liquor at all. I'm walking the other day here, and I'm going about my business. I walk past a liquor store, the fucking doors open up. You know, the automatic doors? I'm like, wait a minute. It's fucking Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, they're in there. Goddamn, it's an attendant back there on his fucking phone, being a fucking weirdo instead of attending the customers and selling goddamn booze. I walk in, I'm like, hey man, first off, why are you on your phone? He's like, oh, sorry about that, sir. I said, I'm just fucking with you, man. I don't fucking work here. But secondly, do y'all have Eagle Rare? No, we don't have Eagle Rare. Y'all got anything from Buffalo Trace? No, we don't have. Okay. All right, man. But it's just so crazy to me they were selling shit on goddamn Sunday. I'm just not used to that. Sometimes they can regulate you to goddamn death and all of that good stuff. See, titanium is furniture for a knife, anything but the blade. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. The pocket clip, the scales, spacers, all sorts of shit, right? Lightweight and easy to mod. Anodizing, if you prefer the feel of metal of a lighter weight, that's the way to go. I don't really care about lightweight shit. Sometimes, like, I do, but like the main reason I don't carry the Benchmade bug out, like the original OG, is because it's too fucking light. The grivery or whatever that shit, the scales is too fucking light. Like sometimes, like I need a knife that's at least 2 ounces, but not over 4 ounces. I know that's a big scale, but the fucking really, I want a knife that's like over 2.5 ounces, probably over 3 ounces. I don't like a super lightweight. I don't need my knife to disappear in my pocket, because then I'm gonna fucking forget it. It's like, oh, it just disappears in my pocket. No, I'm gonna fucking forget it. I don't want that shit. Okay. So yeah, I normally am not a big fan of that. No old dogs in NASCAR anymore. Yeah, once when Smoke retired, when Tony Stewart retired, I knew that was it. Carl Edwards retired, I knew that was it. Because Carl Edwards the one that used to do fucking backflips off his car when he won, right? Ain't nobody doing that shit no more. Ain't nobody fucking in the pits breaking noses anymore because you cut me off. Them old heads is gone, man. So I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It be like that, man. EDC explain, man. Appreciate that. He says, a member for a month, going on my 2nd month of being a member. Let's go, man. I appreciate you kicking the goddamn door in, and thanks for being a goddamn member, sir. Of course, we're doing Man Cave Mondays from the Casting Couch in goddamn Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Steel City. This is the Steel City, right? Did I just make that shit up? Is that where they came up with the Steelers? The goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Do you watch Dale Jr.'s pod? He does great interviews with new and old drivers. David Hurst, I did not know he had a goddamn podcast, but now that I know that, I'm saving your comment, my guy, right now. Got your comment saved right here because I'm going to research Dark Mater's knife question, and I'm going to be researching goddamn Earnhardt's podcast. I didn't know he had one. You know who I would love to see do a podcast, even if it was a short run? I would love to see Peyton Manning, goddamn Junior, and Eli Manning. Goddamn a thruple. I want to see a goddamn thruple podcast. Call that shit the thruple. That's weird though. It's a relationship. I don't know what they're gonna call the shit, but I would love to just see them sit on a couch and commentate a NASCAR race, like the last 20 laps, not the whole fucking race, because that would get boring. Or maybe commentate like the last half of a football game. Even Junior, he's not a former football player. That's the type of shit I like watching. If Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, you know what I'm saying, Junior, and let's throw in goddamn Shannon Sharp with his big ass mouth. Put them all on the goddamn couch, have them watch TV and commentate that shit. I'm talking about live critique that shit. That is the type of shit I like to watch. You know what I'm saying? Wonder what Mark Martin is up to. Yeah. A lot of these folks are just loving life, sitting on that goddamn money. X is the new haunted mansion on. Man, let me tell you something. Danny Lede hates my guts when it comes to scary movies in general, because I watch the same movies over and over. I guarantee she knows about that haunted mansion, and I'm a freaking peasant because I don't. I've seen the previews. Okay, don't. When I turn on my little Google Chromecast and I get ready to go to YouTube, that shit pops up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? That shit pops up on the goddamn screen. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button, man. Let them know we out here making that shit happen. That shit pops up on the screen. But I am that guy that I don't watch. I need to be better. I definitely got to get better. Let's see. Good acquisition on that Essie. 100% concur with that. Last time I watched an NASCAR race, it was at Labonte, Martin, Gordon. Oh, Wallace. Okay, my bad. Threw me off at first. The thing is like Gordon, Wallace. I remember watching the first time I watched a NASCAR race, like watch a NASCAR race. Gordon was still driving. He still would jump in the car every now and again. But, the issue is not their ability to drive. The issue is their stamina. Because a lot of people don't know, but you got to be in fucking good shape to fucking drive a NASCAR. You're in a NASCAR for fucking what, over 3 hours, sometimes longer if they have any like cautions or anything like that where they keep you in the car and you have to like, I don't know if you've ever been to when I was in Bahrain for a few months, I went to this speedway, the Bahrain Speedway, almost every week, and I would drive these go-karts. These go-karts go 60 miles an hour, right? Every week we had to put on a fire suit, we had to put on a baklava, all that shit, and we had to put on a helmet, and we would drive those, and we had to drive a line, and we were trying to pass each other, and each race was 30 minutes long. Have you ever been in a 30-minute go-kart race? Have you ever been in a 30-minute go-kart race? They're fucking long as shit. Go-karts are fun for the first 6 to 7 minutes. After that, it becomes a focus-driven race. I remember driving that shit. If you look up the Bahrain Motor Speedway, I would be out there driving that shit, and I was really locked in, trying to drive the lines, trying to figure out how to catch the guy in front of me, how to figure out how to keep the guy behind me from passing me. That shit's intense. I'm in a go-kart with open air, open wheels. If I'm fucking tired, I can pull over and quit. These are NASCAR drivers. They got sponsors and they got to say weird shit at every interview. I'm so happy this goddamn sparkling water Ford was able to get up and going today. Like, what? I get it. They got a lot of fucking pressure. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Derek says, I just got the SE laser strike. Looking forward to getting out into the woods with it. Wow, Derek. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. And thanks for bringing to my attention some shit I've never heard of. Just saved your message. Did not know SE made some shit called the laser strike. Definitely gonna look that shit up after the stream. Yeah, I miss those times when it comes to NASCAR, man. It says PA has some fucked up liquor laws, had to buy beer from bars back in the day. It's so crazy because until recently, David, they had some crazy laws. I think they just recently started changing that shit, but people driving in New Jersey to get fucking liquor and shit. They just got a lot of weird rules. South Florida has a 24/7, 365 liquor stores on every goddamn corner, says Keats. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Yeah, man, I think that the also celebrating that 1 month membership. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, a lot of states just, they're not that flexible. Texas, we stop selling liquor every day at 9 o'clock, and we don't sell on Sundays at all. You know, I guess they're doing it to protect people, to try to keep people from being winos. I don't know why they do this shit. Like, just let us make our own decisions as adults, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He says, why are you in PA? I'm here for work, man. I am here for work. As I mentioned before, I'm an auditor for the federal government. I audit defense contractors such as Boeing and Lockheed Martin and SAIC and Raytheon and Northrop Grumman and all those born-ass billion-dollar companies. And so I'm auditing one of those companies now. I audit them for contract law. I make sure they're following contracts. So when I was in the Marines, I wrote contracts for years. I have most of my degrees are in contract law and contract writing and all that other type of shit. I teach contract shit at Texas A&M and I audit contracts. I'm surrounded by contracts. It's another reason why these companies fucking hate doing business with me on YouTube, because contracts. I do a fucking lot of contracts, man. So let's see. Appreciate you. X just got some stone washed titanium, tactile turn bolt action pen after revisiting one of your videos. Listen, the tactile turn fucking pens will make you fucking melt. They will fucking just make you melt all over yourself. There's always one nearby when it comes for me in tactile turn. This is the tactile turn dark matters. Now, of course, it doesn't look that good. This is hotel lighting. Doesn't look as fucking as miraculous as it could. But the tactile turn goddamn dark matter looks fucking amazing. Listen, and you know what? Bastion just sent me out. I told Bastion that they can send me out this new pen. Anybody ever heard of a pen in G10? Bastion they have this new pen. It's literally in G10, like the same G10 they put on fucking scales. This trash ass lighting does not do this thing justice. It's so fucking lightweight. It looks like carbon fiber, but it's G10. So Bastion just sent this pen out. I'm I'm gonna test it out. I'll probably do a video for them. I don't know. I gotta think about it for a while. But so the Bastion pin, the tactile turn pin, as much as I love the goddamn tactile turn, this is $200. The fucking Bastion pin is like, what? I think it's like 80 bucks. And you probably can get it even cheaper with my discount code whenever I create one. So I'm a big fan of just pins that make me feel good and make me want to write. Like if I have a really nice pen and it makes me want to write, I'm gonna use the shit. What other? I know I got some other fucking pens over here, man. I always have shit that just kind of motivates me and makes me want to use some shit. And if you have that type of stuff, you're more prone to want to use it. So if you're down with it, man, if you're not regretting that freaking purchase for a 5-row runner, 485 runner, you're not going to regret it. Just use it. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is the motor city, 100%. I've only been to Detroit like one time though. I know you check out of NFL, but the Manning cast is the best part of Monday Night Football. So Manning cast is already doing that shit. See, this is what I'm saying. That's the type of shit that will freaking suck me back in, David. Pause. Like the Manning cast, if they could add somebody like a guest, like a junior or some shit like that, and just not be the brothers. Is it just the brothers doing it, or they bring other people in there as well? You know what I'm saying? It really just depends. Keith says, Manicast is great. Peyton and Eli talking crap throughout Monday Night Football, having guests jump on. See, look at that. I'm saying shit that already fucking exists. My bad. People got fucking greater minds than I do because I didn't think this shit up. They've already thought this shit up. They already thought this goddamn money cow up. I says, I'm opening the door gently because I don't recognize the place. Turned 39 last week, celebrated by getting a new Timber Rattler Western Outlaw Bowie knife. Congratulations. Happy belated birthday, you freaking filthy animal. Thanks for not kicking the goddamn door in, because this is the goddamn casting couch, sir. We wouldn't want you to kick the goddamn door in. No. I'm in goddamn Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, man, just chilling out on the goddamn casting couch. Man Cave Mondays. We got to make this shit happen no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We freaking rigging some stuff up. I'm using a wireless mic. Didn't even know this shit will work like this. Literally. Like the shit is fucking wireless. Talking to the goddamn camera and shit. We making shit happen, man. So I appreciate y'all once again kicking the door, because you just never know. Sometimes I was literally thinking to myself, like, can we make this shit work? You know, my computer's fucking far away. It was almost dead. I had to fucking charge it. I hooked my computer into this hotel TV and we made this shit happen. So we always can make some stuff happen as well. Let's see. Landman EDC. Oh, Landman EDC. Listen, if y'all are not following Landman EDC, y'all have got to go check out his content, man. Literally just the other day, I was watching your goddamn video in regards to the goddamn the best EDC pouch that checks all the boxes for me. This video just grabbed me. Have you guys not seen this shit yet? Copying the link for y'all. Definitely got to go check this shit out, man. When the stream is over, don't check the shit out now. Okay, don't check the shit out now. It's gonna take you away. But yeah, man, you got to go check him out, man. He has some definitely have some great content on his channel. I'm on my second channel right now, Landman, so you may not see. Let me check this shit out real quick.
Now, it may be way...
Yeah, let me subscribe to you on my second channel, because I'm subscribed to you on my main channel, but I'm subscribed to you on this channel as well, because you pumping out some fucking... That's a fucking screen grab for that ass. I got you in the screen grab, my guy. Yeah, man. But no, I appreciate you once again. Antonio, what up, man? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Antonio made my original logo. He made my original theme song. I've moved on from your logo since then, Antonio, but you were the person that gave me the idea, my guy. Coming in all the way from goddamn Brazil. I appreciate you goddamn kicking the door in. You've been rocking with me for nearly 3 years, and you came up with some great ideas, and I've taken those and just grabbed them and used them and all the other type of stuff. But I do appreciate it. He says X watches Spirited Systems. No, I think it just popped up on my suggested feed. Let's see, do my eyes see me? Is that a vintage orange? What a slider warming up the price next to you, or the place next to you? No, this is actually a this is the pouch that I used on today's video. This is a Viper 8 is trying to come out with their own type of version. This is the Viper 8 VE26. It's like an X-Pack material, but I don't think it's actually X-Pack. It has a dope little, like a hexagon, octagon, whatever shape that is, shape on there. It's a little bit fatter than a water slider. Let me show you real quick. So this is the Viper 8, and this is a water slider. So like, hold on, let me move some shit out the way. So yeah, the Viper 8 is definitely, it's bigger than the water slider. This water slider is my med kit, my hotel med kit. I'm not gonna walk around without my own med shit. So this an ouchie boo boo kit just for this hotel room. But it's about as thick as the water slider, but it doesn't feel, it's like $40 cheaper than a water slider, but it does not feel as premium. Like, it's just weird. It's just, I can't describe it. As you know, as much as I, shout out to Viper 8, y'all are trying to step your game up, but there's just something about the water slider that you just can't, it's hard to duplicate. It really is. It's like super hard to duplicate this feeling. It feels fucking amazing when you get the shit in your goddamn hands. So let's see, X is road testing the shit, man. I am trying to make shit happen, David. You know what I'm saying? Like, I brought one of my cameras with me because I still want to film content. I brought a mic with me because I vlog. So I was like, hey, maybe I could just fucking take this vlogging mic and stick it in a goddamn wireless microphone and put on some headphones and see what the fuck happens. And you know what I'm saying? Crossing my fingers and toes. You know what I'm saying? It's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. I just got on. I hope I didn't miss much. Yeah, I've been on for about, let me see, I've been at it for about an hour and a half, man. But thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Everybody kicking the door, and make sure you also hit that goddamn like button as well. Yeah, the Viper 8 loop on both sides would make my hands dumps hard. Yeah, I kind of agree with the loop on both sides. Is they're trying to come at the throat of not Data Crew, because Data Crew doesn't do loop on both sides, but they're really trying to just like show that they can go for it. I don't know how I feel about that shit. He says, happy birthday, guys. I turned 38 over 15 years ago. I'll be 38 in February. Am I be 38? Yeah, I'm 37 now, so I guess technically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're going off the AGP. Yeah, I would love like AGP, Notorious EDC. Yeah, I think I would kind of agree with the sizing of it. Alpaca. The Viper 8 is more in that type of sauce. It's not really for the Data Crews, the garage builds, those smaller type of pouches and shit like that. I think that even when Landman was even talking about the other day, he was talking about the Notorious EDC pouch in this video here, where it's like he was just kind of showing off the different things about it. And so
coins that I got to my
I like this pouch. Like, I like the sizing of it. Let me just show it when it's opened up. It's kind of fucking big.
You can use these. These are the two main sizes that you use for getting camera plates off and different things like that. And you can also use this for a number of...
My bad. I forgot he's giving a tour of his shit as well. Yeah, y'all got to go check this video out, man. When y'all get done with this, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? And all of that good stuff. He says you need to work on that fire striker. Yeah, the ferro rod with the knife, I've heard it a ton. Trust me. A ton of folks have mentioned that. I appreciate you stopping by as well. So yeah, guys, hey, listen, let me tell you something real quick though. I absolutely appreciate y'all kicking the goddamn door in once again. I have absolutely got shit to take care of and get ready to get up tomorrow around 5:15 in the morning. But there's no way I was gonna let another Monday pass by without doing a goddamn Man Cave Monday. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure you hit that goddamn subscribe button. We would love to have you part of the battalion. Make sure you go check out Landman EDC after this. Go get yourself chill out. Look at his actual dump pouch that he just got done talking about when it comes to the notorious EDC pouch. For everyone else, we will speak soon.